Hey guys, it's ERBOI, and before this video starts, I just have to clear up a few things. I just want to say right here, please do not attempt anything that you see in this video. As car enthusiasts, all of us want to have a way to show exactly how much we love driving our cars. And while we do that, it's also important that we make sure to not put ourselves and the public in danger. So please, I ask all of you watching to respect your local law enforcement, to respect the laws in your area for driving and for your vehicle, and to make sure that you think about yourself and others before attempting anything stupid. Just at least go to Mexico and learn from my mistakes. I'm a stupid teenager, and I made these mistakes at my own expense. So please, stay safe out there, respect everyone who's protecting you, and just drive safely. But with that out of the way, let's go to the video of me finally getting to drive and do a pseudo review of Weston's hand-controlled 1997 BMW Z3 with the 1.9 liter M44 engine. So, let's see what happens. Alright guys, so we are in the Z3 right now, and this is the first time I have ever had driving with hand controls, because if you don't already know, Weston can't walk, and because of that, it means he has to drive completely with his hands.
Yep. Alright.
So, okay, got the brake depressed.
Yes. Push, put your hand, like, don't.
Like that?
Yeah. And then, okay, push, that's your brake, then you pull for gas.
Oh.
But I normally curve my leg like this.
Okay, but basically, steering with one hand, that's all normal. That's like manual, but push for brake, pull for gas.
Yep.
Okay. This is going to take a bit of learning.
And then you can, it's fully movable, so you can, whichever way feels comfortable for you.
All right.
I mean,
I sort of like it here because it props against my leg.
Yeah.
Like, that's nice. Yeah, let's start this bitch up. That works. The first things first, we shifted into drive. Any other car, just like that. Now we're in drive. So I'm going to slowly let off the brake. Okay. So now we're just coasting as in any normal automatic car. I have to say, like, it feels like a really foreign experience, but it's not that weird. The one thing I have to say is it's a lot more sensitive than you'd expect. It's like, it feels really connected. But before I want to gas it, I just want to, like, get used to it. So obviously this car isn't automatic because you don't have enough hands to run the clutch and everything else. But yeah, as long as you're smooth with the control, it's not that bad. It's just very different. I'm gonna try to do like some bigger turns because like I don't want to embarrass myself in like a sharp turn or stuff it, of course. I do have to say though, this car drives excellent. Like the steering feels very nice. The throttle is actually really sensitive. Yeah, basically driving with hand controls, it's different, but not at the same time. And in fact, on that note, I think I'm ready to go out to the open road. Think I'm good, Weston?
Yep, I think you're good.
Awesome. It's gonna be weird not using the turn signals.
It's hard to, like, with the hand controls is the main reason I don't, like, it's hard.
It is hard. So, I'm using the turn signals in a BMW, which is a different experience. Because, of course, I've never even driven a BMW before. But this car drives great. Let's give it a little gas.
You have to really stomp on it if you want it to go. Like, really.
You're not wrong. But this car is really loud. Ooh. I have to say though, it's actually really fun. Like, this doesn't feel like a normal automatic. There's more involved with it. So of course, Weston, if you don't mind, and if anyone can hear you over the exhaust, would you mind telling about the first time you drove with hand controls?
First time I drove with hand controls, it was just pretty much, what the hell is this? It looked like a fancy version of a crutch of mine, and I spent a lot of time just sitting in my bedroom without the hand controls installed on the car, just getting a feel for how it feels and the compressions and just starting to get the feel of it. And then you've seen the go-kart in some of the older videos. The go-kart actually had the hand controls on it originally, and I originally learned driving on that go-kart with the hand controls. And then I moved up to my car, and my dad plugged in my GPS where to go, and I kind of started driving illegally with the hand controls. But yeah, that's how I figured it out. And I've had a couple wrecks from them getting stuck and that kind of stuff, but pretty much taking out all the kinks.
I don't know how that road looks up there.
You can't if you want.
Actually, I'm worried that that's like a huge bump.
Yeah, that's one thing you have to worry about with this car. Bumps.
Oh yeah.
Because you'll lose a bumper real quick.
These roads are nice because I don't want to like interact with other cars, if you know what I mean. Because I don't know if I'm that confident yet. But this isn't bad.
And we're in a residential area back there.
Exactly. I'm just learning, officer, I swear.
See, the drone isn't that bad for the exhaust.
Depends on your driving style, I guess. Now, interestingly enough, I'm not the first person who doesn't need hand controls who has driven this car before with them on. So, can you tell me about the other people who have tried to drive this car with hand controls?
I've had 2 other people drive this car. One is a stoner who was really high, and for some reason I decided it'd be a great decision to let a stoner drive my car. And he drove it for about 10 minutes, didn't do anything wrong, until we were going to his church, which we were going down I-35, or no, it was like 77 or some small highway. He was flying down it, and there's a cop up there.
Oh, I got it.
And
I see him.
He decided, oh shit, there's Taco Bueno, and basically did a full 180 in the middle of the highway, and 360'd it to make it down to Taco Bueno, and then he didn't end up going to church because Bueno caught his eye. And then the other experience, there was this drunk girl who decided, oh no, she wasn't drunk. She just has really bad anxiety and told me, oh yeah, I have a license, I know how to drive, it's all good, let me drive. Well, she doesn't have a license, she doesn't know how to drive. She got in the car, started screaming and crying and flooring it down Alameda and going in the opposite lane of traffic, screaming and crying, and basically I had to rip the handbrake to get her to stop. And we almost probably had like 8 accidents that night.
But, speaking of ripping, let's give this thing the beans. Damn. Oh shit, I'm sorry.
God, I don't care, as long as the bumper's still good.
Jeez, you're not wrong in how the suspension is shot. Damn. Guys, I felt like someone just like took a shotgun to the undercarriage of this thing when I hit that bump. I'm taking it easy.
I thought the front suspension was garbage.
Oh, that was some oversteer there. So, consensus of this car, exhaust is really loud, steering is actually pretty light, very linear and easy, and the throttle is very sensitive. But when it comes to my experience with hand controls, I have to give it an 8 out of 10.
Feel the traction slide a little bit.
Oh yeah. Okay, I just ran the steering wheel into the hand control for the first time.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times. It's the worst, and you can see why the steering wheel's all gnarled up.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I was really worried I was going to understeer that. So, now that I have proved that I'm at least decent with hand controls, you think you're ready to let me do a donut?
Yep.
All right, here goes nothing.
Driver's license and insurance verification.
You still recording?
All right, Weston, you think you want to take the wheel from here?
Yeah, I got it.
have it, everyone. Even though I didn't exactly describe it in that much detail, driving hand controls is a little difficult at first, but you can sort of get the hang of it. Once you realize exactly how much of a hand motion you need to use the gas and the brake together, and you learn how to not have the hand control hit the wheel when you turn, it's actually a really interesting way to drive, and I think that it's important that everyone knows how it works, so that way everyone in the car community can be included. But with that being said, after driving recklessly in a very unique and interesting car, I think that'll have to do it for this video. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace out.